Toyota Vets. More or less cash.
It is going to be powered by World Sports Betting. It is good times. CO. Kaizer Chiefs 1. Golden Arrows 0. TSTV Premiership on a Tuesday evening. Wandile Tuba with a wonder strike. Wandile with a wonderful wonder strike. And that's all he wrote really in that game. Nothing else special that he did. Before we start the video, of course, all of you would have known that by this point, South African football fraternity has lost a former centre-back. Former Bafana, Kaizer Chiefs, Golden Arrows, Amazulu, Bloemfontein Celtic centre-back Usphiwe Mkonza, a very, very renowned for his work in analysis and commentary as well. And I was saying with the video with Junior Kanye that every time you step up to the microphone, you use it, say something that people are going to remember, and it did exactly that. There's so many people who are staff writers on television, contribution. They don't say anything that you will remember as a fan, but Dr. Mnandi was not one of those people. You would remember what he says, even if you agree or disagree, and that's the whole point. Every time God gives you a microphone, say something substantial. Don't waste people's time. So Vilakazi, just a few words, and maybe any memories of playing against him in the derby.
Yeah, Masinkeo, I think Kalong Bulisa Kara wena, Busuchuna, Bulusu Justice, Musuma Chaka, and Bulisa and Makai. Can you support in Jala iDiskiTV? Japan Jala Chicken Food. Yeah, Masinkeo, that's a sad day to football people. Uskizo, we knew each other. Against Celtic, Amazulu, Arrows and Chiefs, and even the national team. And it's one of those days where it's unbelievable to say we lost the icon, because he played a very important role in terms of spreading the message, the words of football to people, and make people understand whether you like it or you don't like it. But he was one of the guys that makawenza lo msebenzi wakhe bekawenza ngokuzimisela, and we all follow him and try to understand in terms of the work itself, why it's so important that our people, they must understand the game. But we need to put it in yabo, and he did exactly like that. And may his soul rest in peace. And all the football people, because we had a good time with him, and I think if Katsaka says figure so good, we ran the race and so now may his soul rest in peace.
Thank you, Mr. Tso. Sonke abantu abathethayo ngebhola eTV ko YouTube sizenzela amagama ku radio. Ndingathanda noba sithi xa sisembokweni sithethe izinto ezicacileyo, noba abantu abavuma noba bayavuma, silisebenzise ithuba loba sibe sembokweni sithethe, singachitha amaxesha abantu. Baninzi gqithi abantu. It's a competitive environment, this analysis thing. All the former players, they don't really like each other because they are trying to take each other's jobs, and people are protecting their jobs as well in the process. But if you are going to be competitive about isihlalo sakho nesinkwa sakho, do something with it. We can't be seeing you on television for 20 years and you've never said anything substantial. Say something. South African football ingafini khona andithethi nix uba hayibo aba badlala kutheni bengakho creative, banga-create goal scoring opportunities. Theni xa bepasa ibhola 2 yards away beyi-misplace ipass. Say something substantial, yabo, because ngonye imini uzawufa. And Dr. Mane did exactly that. He used that platform to spread the word of South African football. Whether you agreed with them or not, I don't really agree with many TV pundits. I don't even listen to them. Since I was a kid, I was listening to them when I was a younger kid. But as I got older and I had better options, I listened to other people who say something substantial. So whoever is listening to this, who's on TV or on radio, many people call me, they want jobs and all of that. If you're going to get a microphone to do this job, say something substantial, please. Kaizer Chiefs versus Golden Arrows. Golden Arrows better second half, and then Kaizer Chiefs secured the goal. Really, disallowed goal for a Golden Arrows. Of course, I thought that was offside, but that came from a Kaizer Chiefs defender last, so should have been 1-1. Really, what did you make of this game, both from the Kaizer Chiefs perspective and the Golden Arrows perspective, given the fact that they have now lost 11 matches in a row?
Mr. Gill, kuyanyukela laphana kumabhuti, kuyanyukela kakhulu kuyanyukela. But now, one thing engiwarishayo with his team is that why can't they start the way they finish? Because if you can look at them, every time when you look at them on my second half, they are always different. And you now it's the Arrows that we know. Now they get to right areas, they make good runs, they make good passes, now they create chances. And I don't know. Because if it's half, before I joke, Lost Dalen Buffett, as long as Sasa PSL is go relegation, it's okay. But now second half they were like, no man, we are also in the PSL. I mean, let's show you kids the Chiefs good team. We can also do this. We can play. There were times where they would keep the ball passing each other. Mtizo, I think he will say sorry to the team tonight, because when you've got an opportunity to put it in the net, why not? I mean, we only the game. It was so tight first half that they couldn't get even those chances. But now second half, here's the chance. Use those chances. Choosing. Beside that, Paula Leana, Mr. a goal. Really, I don't know. Yes, they were knocking the ball around, passing each other, but they were not really a threat to Arrows. And I always say, when you see in football, when you see that the man is down, kick him, because when he's gonna stand up, in, and that's what the Arrows came second half. That's what they did. They created chances. They scored that goal that they scored. That was a clean goal. I don't know. Assistant referee, the referee in that action, because like I said, I saw it. That ball came from the Chiefs player and then to the Arrows, and then Umtizwa put it in, and then But nevertheless, Mr. K, nothing much. The Chiefs, they had to win against Arrows.
Yeah, good summary of that game. Is there any? It's weird because I want to ask about the sense of direction with the Kaizer Chiefs coach. Oguti, do you see any progression? Oguti, okay, this is what we're working towards. We headed towards top 4, and even the game is reflecting that. Because I think you made a very good point when we were speaking, of course, as the game is going on, that it is because it's errors. I think there's that part where, okay, well done Chiefs, you've won, and that's what you need to do anyways against errors. But did they win, or is it because Golden Arrows were just being Golden Arrows? Because Arrows had a better second half. And also, there's the other side to me, which is, I always try to warn fans about this, is that if Chiefs had won against Milford, penalty, they would have the same reaction that they have tonight in that game. In that it is still an overall poor game, but because it's a win, it's looked at in a positive light. Did they really beat Arrows today because they were better than Arrows, or was it that Arrows were poor and they only showed up in the second half?
Mr. Geo, Arrows were poor. Even the first leg game, they did the very same thing. They were poor until second half. They tried to come to the game, and they found the Chiefs. They were sleeping there and there, and then it happens that they end up winning the game. But tonight also they did the very same thing. Arrows, they were poor. Even, Chiefs were poor, because I even said a good thing. Against Milford, the Chiefs were supposed to win. Then they lost. Against Arrows, with the Arrows that we are seeing now, it's a win. Like I said, good thing. We have time. It's done. It's finished. Because I don't see Chiefs getting a second goal. I don't see the Arrows, unless the Arrows, they wake up like they did on the first leg. And that's what they did, unfortunately, but other than that, very poor game. Yes, but there was a moment of knocking the ball around, but Mr. Keo, when you knock the ball around with the aim of finding a space to say, look, when we knock the ball around, we will wait maybe for you, Dolly, to get to this position, then we're going to play you. Or we'll wait for you, Modi, to get to that angle, and then we're going to play you. I always believe to say, the reason of keeping the ball, you always waiting for the opponents so that you can find a space and then you play that pass.
Right. In the Soweto derby, Duba or Gonzalez, who are you starting up front?
No, I will start with Duba. I mean, Gonzalez for me. Mina ngisho ngathi Gonzalez ubani lo uzocula ukwenzani. Sifuna abantu bazodlala ibhola, umuntu uzofika la etivelo. We don't want some the main factor ukuthi the coaches a technical team have decided ukuthi bafake lo mfana lo phakathi uDuba and wakora. Uyaphi Gonzalez. Leave the boy. He's a young boy. Put him in Lapana, let him make mistakes. He will learn, because even in the game, we only saw him with that goal. And after that, good movement, good runs, but decision making were wrong. Because one of my chances where I thought was supposed to open the leg and put it in. But yeah, no, ngetabi. I'm a coach for life. So when ziyaduma manje, they're picking winning ways. They're facing Mapagania. So we'll see on Saturday.
There you go. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I think South African football is so banal. There's something called banal. The word banal means you guys are binary. It means there's only two options. Banal, it's something that is uninteresting. There's only two options. Yeah. Whoa. There's no in between. No, you won, but this is not good. Actually, like what if you watch the game itself, it wasn't good enough. Like who amongst everyone who watched this game sat down and felt to go to I am entertained? Did it feel like the Manchester derby that we watched this weekend or any other match that we're gonna watch now with Champions League? Champions League in the same night. Does this that you've just seen look anything remotely resembling the competitive spirit of the Champions League, the technical proficiency of the players? No. But just because Goku won no nil, result, even if you didn't watch the game, and load shedding is a good excuse for people to not watch the game. Ubono 1-0, yeah, and then Ubono, if it was 1-0 to Arrows, whoa. No, sometimes you can lose, but like you lose and it was brilliant, and then you don't have to feel bad about that when you lose and you were brilliant in the play. But yeah, the Golden Arrows actually in the second half, and they actually scored and they took the goal away from them, which was not a good decision. They actually scored. It was 1-1 really for all intents and purposes, and it still raises questions. The same questions. If you were unhappy against Milford, you should also be unhappy tonight, because it is pretty much a similar type of performance. How many times did the goalkeeper with Golden Arrows stretch to save things? A stretch be under pressure. How many times did the goalkeeper with Milford and Swallows stretch to save things? Just because he scored the one goal does not mean that it was a good game. It is iDiskiTV, Times. Was betting. Thank you for watching us.